Hello guys and welcome to Austalk TV, the podcast where we talk about Austin FC. I am Eric.
I am Archan.
And today we have our main podcast coming out. This is Austalk, the official podcast for us. We have a couple of stories, a couple of short stories, which is going to be our new segment. And then we have, Archan. Because Archan's cool. Right?
Yes, very cool.
This is awkward. Okay, anyways, we're gonna start off with our short stories. First up, we have the ATX Art Intensive. This is really cool. I mean, they're really trying to involve art into the soccer scene, which is amazing. You'll love to see it. Obviously, art is something that's really big in ATX, and that's something that's very important to our community, and it's great to see that Austin FC isn't just going all about for the money, like some clubs, cough, Champions League. Anyways, we're gonna go on to the next thing, which is gonna be the official Austin FC watch party at Leicester Pro South. This is going to be really cool. I actually haven't been to an official Austin FC watch party. I may be there, may not. But there is also another watch party at Hop Squad, which is the one I've been going to. It's amazing. You got Los Verdes there, which is very awesome. And last but not least, we have the huge supporter turnout in Nashville. You've probably seen them on TV when they were in Nashville. It looked like a normal supporter section. It was
hashtag Nash Verdes.
Yes, Nash Verde it was really cool to see. You saw probably the parades. It's on the Austin FC website, and it was also on the actual TV when they were showing the game. They showed before the game how they were having a great parade, which was awesome. Next up is going to be Archan. He's going to introduce it, and that's going to be the quick recap on the game.
Okay. Yeah, hi, I'm Archan, and so a quick recap on the Nashville game. So, like I mentioned, our defense played better, but once again, we couldn't finish. We couldn't take our opportunities, and yeah, I think some things that we need to work on is building up plays by passing, because I think we're pretty good at passing, but sometimes when we pass, it doesn't have purpose. So I want us to be able to pass with purpose. And I think our best player has been Brad Stewart, because he's been the one making plays. 5 saves, that's good. So, there's really no excuse, because Brad Stewart is our best player right now. So there's no excuse if we lose 2-0. We can't blame it on Brad Stewart. It's going to be our team's fault. And I think we also need to work on getting the ball to our forwards and having better communication in the midfield. So I think those are some things we need to work on. And also, because we're an expansion team, I want us to experiment some things. Maybe we need a new formation. Maybe we need to put some players in different positions. I think John Gallagher, he could possibly play as a right midfielder. I think he has that, those abilities to play in the right midfield. So I want us to experiment some stuff, and then next year be a really good team and, succeed in the league. So yeah, those are some things I want us to work on, and hopefully we can get a lot better as a team.
Yes, I totally agree. I want to shine a light on Danny Hosen, who is super overpaid right now. When I found out that we got him during the off season, I was so happy about it. I was very excited to see him on our team. I thought he was going to be maybe a captain until we signed Alex Ring, which is obviously a better captain than Danny Hosen. I'm glad that we got him after seeing Hosen's train wreck, I guess you can say. He's just been very quiet. We saw it in the Nashville game also. I hope that he can perform better, because I know that he can do very good. But hopefully things turn out better for him. I don't see it doing that much better because obviously he should have scored a goal by now. But yeah, I don't know what to say about that. What about you?
Yeah, not a good performance for him. I want to see more from him, and he's got to prove that he's worth the money. Right now, he's proved that he's worth nothing. So I want him to prove that he's worth the money, and maybe show that he can help us as a team and score some goals and maybe win us some games.
Next thing that we're going to talk about is the Timbers game has been moved to July 3rd, and that was originally on July 1st. This is obviously another scheduled change that we had. Our first one was a game that's actually coming up in 2 weeks after the Sounders game, and that's another Sporting KC match. It seems like we're having deja vu because we actually just played them.
Eric.
Yeah.
Eric. You mixed up the Portland Timbers game. It was originally July 3rd. It's now moved back to July 1st.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is embarrassing. Guys, you should unsubscribe right now, guys. That is so embarrassing. Well, it's now July 3rd, or it's not July 1st.
Yes.
You get early soccer, which is always a good thing. But same thing. It's another schedule change, and instead of Sporting KC, it's the Portland Timbers. We're gonna just move on because that was kind of embarrassing. So my bad on my part. Anyways, our next story is gonna be about Q2 Stadium. And another one about our fans. We had another story about the supporter turnout in Nashville. It was amazing. I loved seeing the live stream on Los Verdes. Shout out to Los Verdes ATX. But it's another big announcement for Q2 Stadium, and that is starting on the very first game, not just for Austin FC, but the one we talked about beforehand. The June 16th U.S. Women's National Team against Nigeria. It's going to be full capacity. Now, I don't know, maybe the U.S. Women's National Team will not want it to be in front of everyone. I don't see that happening, though. I'm excited. I kind of have mixed emotions, obviously. I don't know why they had to go straight to full capacity, but as an Austin FC fan, I'm thrilled about it. As a person who's a little scared of COVID, how do you think?
Well, first of all, June 16th is the date, right?
Yes.
So that's 3 days before our first Austin FC home game. So, some fans might get a good feel of how it feels to be in the Q2 Stadium, which is what I like.
Also, we were talking about this maybe an hour ago. We saw through the construction cam for Austin FC. We saw supporters in the supporter section probably practicing would be my guess. They look very cool, very hippie, very awesome. Austin, awesome.
Yeah, I like the colors. I really like the colors.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a great atmosphere. Like I said many times before, Austin FC has a great team, but even better fans, and that is something you have to love. The culture, the music, the fans themselves, the noise. It's gonna be a very loud stadium. I'm excited. It's gonna be better than LAFC fans. Everyone's probably gonna disagree with me on that. But we have better fans. Every other person, it seems like, in Austin is an Austin FC fan. And it's great to have that one team culture, because we only have one team in Austin, and that's Austin FC. And I'm excited to see the turnout for our games. Aren't you, Archan? I am. I know
Yes,
I am.
I'm very excited. After all these years I've been waiting,
Yes.
finally, Austin has a team.
On a side note, I would like to actually say, because a lot of you guys probably don't know this who are watching, Archan is actually a big soccer player himself. He is very good. I haven't met him, but he's probably the best soccer player in the world. He's probably going to be the next Cristiano Ronaldo. So, watching from home, I'm going to, for you guys watching at home, give a quick round of applause to Archan. Very good soccer player. Very awesome. Very Austin. Austin awesome. I think that should be like our new slogan. Austin awesome.
Yep.
But moving on from that, not that he's bad. Like I said, he's going to be the next Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. We're going to talk about... No, you are. We're going to look ahead, way ahead at the Sounders game. But I know, guys, I promised that we were going to have a special guest on. He couldn't make it tonight. Maybe we'll do a game preview that he'll be in. We'll see. We're going to look ahead at the Sounders game. I don't think we're going to do that well. Like we talked about last night, hopefully we don't completely embarrass ourselves, but the way we've been playing, it kind of seems likely. What do you think? Do you think we're gonna at least get a respectable loss, like 2-0 or 1-0, or do you think we're just gonna go down 4 or 5-0?
I hope that a respectable loss, of course, but I do see us losing 5-0, maybe even 7-0, because Sounders are an extremely good team. They beat LA Galaxy 3-0, I think. And yeah, if a team could beat a team like LA Galaxy 3-0, that means they're really good. I don't know if that's like maybe a very good game they just had, because in some other games they did struggle, but they beat the LAFC 2-0. They beat the Timbers 2-1, which is not very good, but it's a win. And they also tied against LAFC in the first game against Minnesota, which they won 4-0. So as you can see, they're averaging a little more than 2 goals a game. Mm-hmm. So our defense has to be ready. I'll tell you that. Our defense has to be really ready.
Mm-hmm. So obviously that's not something that we've been good at, having a defense that's ready. I hope that we really do put out our best squad out there. Good for us. We have Alex Ring. If Alex Ring was out in this game, it would have been so bad. It wouldn't have been.
Yeah. And also, you know the guy that got injured in the middle, early of our game?
Yeah.
Injury? Do you have any updates on him?
Ben Sweat? Ben Sweat?
Yes.
Ben Sweat actually tore his ACL, and he's going to be out for the majority of the season.
I think that season ending, tear ACL is one of the worst injuries you can get.
Yeah. And are you talking about the guy who got injured at the Colorado Rapids game?
No.
Oh, the LA Galaxy game?
Nashville game, like the 30th minute.
The Nashville game. Wait,
where he got on the floor and stuff.
Oh, Mana. I know who you're talking about. I think he's fine. First of all, never mind that. I don't want to say that. He went back in the game and then got injured again. It didn't seem too serious. Romana, yes. I think he'll be back next week. If not the week after. He's also not really a critical player to Austin FC.
Yeah, but I like him. He's young and he's very strong. That's what I like about him.
So that's kind of our finish on today's episode. It kind of did. It's a little short. I'm excited though, and I say this at the end of pretty much every podcast, and I know it keeps on going downhill for Austin FC. for all the fans watching at home of his or Austin FC fans, I don't want you guys to worry because I know it's easy to worry when you're like, oh, we lost 3 games in a row. We're going to become SEC 2.0. No, no, no. We're, we're going to be fine. And I think that you need to, you guys need to trust me on this one because even though, yes, we lost 3 games in a row, there's a lot to be happy about. And, we have Alex Ring, first of all. We have John Gallagher and Jared Stroud, who we've seen if they can start consistently on our starting 11, they will be dangerous. And that's something to be happy about. We have Brad Stuver, who's an emerging goalkeeper. I don't think you guys should be worrying about the fact that we're never going to win another game, because we will. We most likely won't win our next game next week. We probably won't even win the game after that against Sporting KC. We'll have a chance, but we probably won't win.
I think we can win that game.
It,
And we pretty much dominated against them. I think we can win that.
It's kind of up in the air. We'll come back though, and I wouldn't worry too much though because the soccer season is what 32 games long, 20 somewhere in the 20s or 30s. You don't have a lot to worry about. We have another 4 to 5 months of soccer. You're not really. We played 5 games. Don't worry about it. We're gonna turn out just fine. We're gonna get probably somewhere in 8th or 9th place, or maybe even 7th place. I'm kind of sticking with my record that I had at the beginning of the season. Would you? Didn't you say like 6th or 5th? 5th or 6th?
Yeah, but because I was happy with that performances, but now we're starting to go down to where you are 8, 9, maybe 7, maybe 6 actually if we play good. The only thing I'm really worried about our racing is kind of the other teams in the West. So we've got LAFC to worry about. We have Seattle Sounders to worry about. We have LA Galaxy to worry about. We have Sporting KC to worry about. And the Timbers, they're looking pretty good. I think the Timbers can be good. So we have the Timbers to worry about as well. We have 5 teams to worry about. And we have to get in the top 7 to make the playoffs. So that's really what I'm worried about to make the playoffs of the competition in the West.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I don't think we're gonna make it to the playoffs, to be 100% honest with you guys. But I think we're gonna turn out fine. Obviously, we're an expansion team, and we're an expansion team in the West. And the Western Conference is so difficult this year. We have LAFC, the LA Galaxy, the Seattle Sounders. It seems like every team in the Western Conference is good this year, other than the Whitecaps. So I think we're gonna be fine. Obviously, next year's gonna be our year for us because obviously we're gonna have another chance to go into the off season now that we know what we actually need, not just going in like, oh, we're probably gonna need this. We're a little short here. We know what we need, and what is that? We need defenders. We have no defenders right now, and it really is very. You're seeing in our team. You're seeing that we have Brad Stuver, who is a great goalkeeper. He can block everything. But our defenders cannot run. They cannot run fast enough, and it's really hard to watch our team play when, our defenders make it very difficult for Austin FC to win.
That's pretty much it. So I think this is going to end the podcast.
Yes, so we have nothing else to say. I think we actually covered pretty much everything that's going on in the Austin FC world. There there may or may not be a breaking news segment tomorrow unless if something comes out tomorrow. Obviously, we covered everything in the Austin FC world right now. I hope that we do a decent job next week. Probably won't win, but we'll do our best. And without further ado, thank you for watching. If you did, subscribe, like, you already know what to do. And as always, say it with me, Archon. Verde
Verde
out.
out. That was terrible.